wearing socks with my sandals. Growing up, that was like a huge no-no. Like, being from Florida, we made fun of people that wore socks with their sandals. We said they must be from up north, and we didn't like those people, basically. So this is only the second time in my life that I've worn socks with my sandals. I did it at one of the last, actually no, it was the last hike that we did, and I just forgot to share that with y'all on that really long hike that we did. And I must say, I kind of like it. Childhood me would be screaming right now, you know? Sometimes you just gotta look past stereotypes and just things that you pin on people, because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So, comment down below. Are you one to wear socks with your sandals, or do you still make fun of those people too? Not too, because I don't anymore, because now I'm one of those people. I mean, I might kind of subconsciously still. I'm a work in progress, okay? It's still a new thing, and I'm still new to it, so just cut me some slack, please. I expected it to actually be busier than this, so I think that's pretty good, because this spot's fairly popular. It's a nice Sunday afternoon, and yeah, the weather's really nice, so we'll see. But yeah, there's that big hiking group back there that you saw. That might have been all their vehicles, I don't know.
You'll love it.
Today is going great. So recap, we drove up to the trailhead. I realized I really had to go to the bathroom, and I just can't go in the woods, so drove all the way back down the mountain to find a restroom to go to. Came back, started a hike to the trailhead, and I realized I hadn't put my boots on yet. Go back to the car, put my boots on. Now, we actually get to the trailhead, and I realize I'm carrying my water bottle. I'm supposed to be carrying my coffee cup. I grab my water bottle instead of my coffee cup. My water bottle's for when we get back to refill my other one. So, it's going great. The sad thing is I've drank most of this already, so it's kind of pointless. And I would have just kept going and left the coffee there, except for I didn't want to carry the extra water bottle because I don't have room in my backpack. What I forgot to mention was we did find where we're going to eat dinner tonight, though, on the way back while we were on our bathroom excursion, so that's nice. You guys will get to see that. Okay, so we start at Trailhead. So it's a half a mile to the junction, and the junction's where they were talking about the different parts of the fork. So here, if you go this way, you get to the upper Piney Falls, and you get to go to the top of it if you want. And if you go this way, you go to the lower Piney Falls. And if you take this trail through here is the part that I was told is difficult. Okay, so this is the part, oh my goodness, the gnats. Gnats are bad. So we want to go this way, because if we're going to go the cable, if we're going to do the full loop with the cable, we go this way, we'll be going up the cable. If you go that way, you'll be going down the cable, and I feel like it'll be easier to go up than down. There's a little jet off to the falls down here. So like this is going to the lower Piney Falls. That goes to the upper Piney Falls, and then they connect in the back. Okay, finished my coffee so I could put my mug in my bag so I could have more hands because things getting steep here real quick. So we're gonna go all the way down there, and this is, as I always say, cameras don't do justice on steepness. They just don't show you. You can't tell. I don't think I want to go that way. I think I want to go this way. And there's like nothing to catch your fall unless you stick to the edge of the trail here. Oh, I can see the water down there. It's right through there. But man, oh man, is this steep. And we'll have to come back up it, which going up's not as bad as going down steep. But still difficult, challenging for sure. I would definitely not recommend doing this hike if it's recently rained. This would be way too dangerous. It's kind of dangerous when it's dry too, so. Okay. I think that's the worst of it. Wow. Like from here you can tell how steep that is. Glad that's behind us, but we do have to go back up that way. Because it's the only way out from the bottom of the falls here. Wow. This is going to be a workout. I was wrong. That way is the top of the falls. And we're going to go back that other trail that I thought was the top because it went up and this way went down. But they both have to go down technically. So now we're going back to the other way. It's got to go to the bottom because I don't know where else it would go. Okay, so going back, we'll have to go that way, but I think this way goes down to the falls. That's what we're going to find out. And this makes me really disappointed if we can't find how to get to the bottom. This way, along this rock edge here, can't be right because we came from all the way down there, following this rock edge, and the waterfall's down there, and the trail just keeps going this way. And it's not even really a trail. So I don't know how you're supposed to get to the bottom of the falls. Unless it's not this one that you get to the bottom of, maybe it's the other one. I just didn't realize that. So, thankfully I have signal up here. I've had full bar signal the entire time, so that's a nice plus for this trail, this area. So I looked it up, and this is Lower Piney Falls. There is no trail to the bottom of Lower Piney Falls, as far as I can tell. The falls that you can get to the bottom of is the Upper Piney Falls. So we're gonna head back now and go to Upper Piney Falls. We're gonna try to take the loop. Hopefully it's not too steep and too bad. That's where there's a cable to get up. So we'll see. Okay, so we've learned that's the way to go to the top of the lower falls. You cannot get to the bottom of the lower falls. Coming back, gotta go up this way. Don't go that way unless you want to see those cool rock cliffs, which I don't not recommend, but you gotta turn around at some point. Don't go too far. Ugh. This step. I'm glad that that rock's there, but I don't like it at the same time. Arrow. Pointing the right way. Okay. So, onwards we go. So we're back at the junction, because again, I'm failing today. We weren't supposed to go up at the parking lot thing. We were supposed to go the other way. That would take us to the loop. So now we're avoiding the cable thing all completely, unless we hike past this next waterfall to go see it. Which I guess we should do just so that you guys know, so we know. But it'll be the steep down instead of the steep up. So I probably won't go down it. At least we'll know what it looks like, I guess. Yeah, so that steep part that we came up from the lower falls, instead of turning right like we did, you're supposed to go left. But we went right first thinking we were going to the bottom of the falls, but it didn't. It took us to that rock ledge. So when we came back, we were supposed to go past the parking lot sign that pointed up that steep, not steep, but the high rock steps. We were supposed to keep going to the top of the steep down to the falls thing, and past that was the trail that looped around. So we messed that up. I messed that up because I forgot. I already hear water again, so this is like close. I think this one's closer than the other one. I mean, it sounds like it for sure. Well, here's the top of the waterfall. This is not as steep getting down to as the other one, but see, we gotta cross, the trail goes that way. So, if you can hear me over the rushing water, the trail crosses the creek here, and it continues on right there. So you have to like rock hop all over that and go up that way. If you do not want to do the cable part, don't go that way. So we're not gonna go that way just because we're running short on time anyway, so we don't want to be too rushed. We are gonna go back the way and go the way we missed, because finally figured it out. I had taken notes and forgot about them, but if you want to avoid the cable, suggest going here first, seeing the top of the falls, and going back the way that we went to the left, like we did earlier, and then continue on, and that'll take you to the bottom of these falls instead. So we're gonna be down there. Trail goes down there, and it goes behind the waterfall, so that'll be cool. I'm excited to check that out. And we definitely concluded that, remembered that, because we recognized people we saw down there that had passed us going the other, or they came after us going the same way we had been before. So we're like, how did they get down there already? Because they went the right way, we went the wrong way. We just came from there, going back across the junction. We'll be all too familiar with that sign by the time this is all said and done. Recognize this. We are back. So now we're gonna go back this way. Do this the proper way. I thought I did my research. I thought I got this down and figured out. But I failed. I have a hard time with written instructions, and that's what we read literally right before we got on the trail, was the written instructions about which way to go for what. And I still messed it up. So, not so much because I didn't understand the directions, but later on I forgot. I wanted to do something else, and then we decided to do the anyways. So this is where we go down to the falls. It's just separate. Go this way, you continue on the loop. That's why that sign is there that used to say Lower Piney Falls, to tell you go down there to see those. But we've already done that, so we're gonna move on. So this is the way to continue down the loop. Now we're collecting clues. So the cable part of the trail has to be between the top of Upper Piney Falls, which is where we turned around last, and the bottom of Upper Piney Falls. It's got to be between those two. Because if you want to avoid the cable, what I read said to come this way. After you've gone over, see the upper, and then come back this way. So we just messed it up only because we came and saw the lower first, went over to see the upper, and now we're coming back to see the bottom of the upper. If that all makes sense. I hope that this helps someone, because this would have helped me visualize how everything is. And now you guys know, so you won't make the same mistakes that we did. All of this had to crumble from there. I'm not seeing trail markers. I'm guessing the trail goes this way. It's well worn through here. And then this way or that way. I don't see any trailblazes. And it makes sense to go down. Is this actually the trail, or are we going through what's supposed to be habitat? Because I have not seen trail markers. That was a big tree. See how big that tree was? Just getting lost again. So you don't have to. This is becoming a common theme on our hiking trips. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I mean, I like being able to show you guys what not to do. but I would like to show you what to do first. So, it's all an adventure. We weren't supposed to leave the rock edge. That's because the rocks had crumbled and fallen. I thought we were. Here we go. So see, we were supposed to stay along the rock's edge, but I went down instead because I couldn't tell. Either way, there was no trailblazes, so when all else fails, hug the rock. Oh yeah, because the waterfall's got to be up this way, so we got to follow the creek a ways before we get to it. Public service announcement. Don't take camo into the woods, because you might leave said camo item in the woods, because camo. I can see the falls from here. I feel like I say that every waterfall hike. I am so excited. I've been waiting for this moment a very long time. I've always wanted to walk behind a waterfall, and I've never had the chance to. Other than Ruby Falls. That doesn't count. I absolutely love this. I don't know if you can hear me over the waterfall, but wow. Words cannot express how this makes me feel. Like, the sun's peeking out at this angle, just like, and all the green and the water, it's so pretty. And it's just insane, the waterfall. For a second here, notice how the trail goes up instead of down, going the rest of the loop. That right there is really steep. It's like a big rock slide had fallen off over the trail. That would be hard to get over. Glad we didn't go that way. Would have been hard coming down here if we came that way. Wow. And we have this whole place to ourselves right now. This is insane. My friend's set up in her hammock over there, and I'm over on the other side. She didn't want to get wet, so she didn't want to walk behind the waterfall, but you don't really. It's like a very, very light mist, at least how it is right now. I think we're in like the happy medium of it, because it hasn't rained too recently. If it had rained recently, it'd be a bigger waterfall, but it's still a decent size. I've seen photos of this waterfall smaller, so I'd say it's in a happy medium state right now. In the winter time, it'd be like really, really flowing, and the water line would be like right here, I think, from photos I've seen. So. And in the summertime, people come down here and swim, because like trail goes down there, you know, you can go down to the water and swim and stuff. So, wow, this is such a neat spot. I wish we could stay longer. I really do. But the sun is starting to set, so I think it's about time to pack up and head on out. Sad though, because, oh my goodness, having this place to yourself is amazing. I was not expecting this on a Sunday afternoon. I hate that I'm like exploiting it right now because I want this to stay not crowded, you know? But I think it's an hour and a half drive from Chattanooga, so you're not going to get like a ton of city people here because you have to drive to get here. So definitely worth it. but I hope people will keep it nice and not litter and stuff. Like, the trash here has been not too bad compared to a lot of trails lately. So I hope it stays that way. I'm wet now. I just took a photo and had to get really close to the waterfall. Oh my goodness, like my arm, like, I am cold. The wind would blow and it blows the water backwards, so, whew. I had to stand right there and the wind blows the mist back. It's insane. Bye bye, waterfall. Okay, so we just came back from there. That's the way you go. Do not go down there. It's a bunch of like erosion, soft dirt and stuff. Don't recommend. Just hug the wall and the trail will just be there the whole way pretty much. It's obvious past that point. It's just these fallen rocks that threw me off. So, back in the car, I got to use my new shirt that Renee gave me. When did she give it to me? For my birthday? Yeah, for my birthday. So I haven't had to wear this shirt for 6 months now. But today I had to because I got pretty wet. I'll probably need to utilize this stuff more in the summer because, you know, water stuff. Today, got a little wet. Didn't expect that. So now we are off to dinner. I'm really tired. Considering all the Spring City police are here, you know it's gotta be good. Oh. Does this have the plastic wrap on it? No, it doesn't.
It's just
Why
thick.
is it?
It's just thick. It's created a vacuum.
Oh. Made it back home. By the time I left the restaurant, it was dark. So it is 10 p.m. now, and I have to work in the morning, so that's fun. But I just wanted to sum everything up. The hike is very easy to start out. Just very slight incline, decline, just kind of like this, like light hills, you know? And then you get to the waterfall parts where you have to go really far down, like really steep. You saw that initial one's very steep. Going to the top of the other ones gets pretty steep, and then getting to the bottom of the upper one is actually not that steep, surprisingly. Going behind the waterfall, it's actually not difficult. I was kind of scared of that, but depending on how the water's flowing, it was wet back there and it's all like shale rock, so it's very slick and very brittle. So definitely watch out for that. But again, I would not hike here at this place if it was raining or if it had recently rained, because it'd be very dangerous. There's a lot of erosion going on the trails too, so watch out for that. And if you want to see a map of what to actually do, not what we did, what we ended up doing, but a roundabout way, check out my blog post. It'll be linked below, and I will have a map there drawn out as to what we meant to do versus what we actually did. I'm not going to include what we did do. You saw that. But I'm going to put it in there, what you should do, what we meant to do. That can help you out if you want to avoid the cable part of the trail, because we didn't even see that part, and I know it must be very difficult. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, you know the drill, and I will see you all next week for another adventure.